Hey everybody, welcome, welcome to Hidden Horror. Thank you for spending this time with me. I appreciate that. Let's get started. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Hidden Horror. How are you guys doing on an early Saturday? I'm doing pretty good. I'm feeling good. And I want to bring you an update on the case involving Andre Gordon. Do you guys remember Andre Gordon? Andre Gordon was the suspect that went across two states, the state of Pennsylvania and the state of New Jersey, where he allegedly killed some of his family members, including his ex-girlfriend, the children of his two kids. Let's get an update. Why hasn't he gone to trial? What is the holdup? We will be approaching just around a year that this happened. So what's happening now? Well, I can give you the short of it. He was ordered to go into to be checked for his mental competency. So that's what's going on. That is what the holdup is. That's what's taking so long. So I want to share a video to bring this back to your memory of this gruesome, really, it was a killing spree that allegedly Mr. Gordon was on. So I want to bring this back to your memory by showing you a news update or clipping when this happened. So I'm going to share my screen.
My dad has been struggling for a really long time.
I'm sorry for the video.
The man accused of going on a murderous rampage in Bucks County, killing 3 people and carjacking 2 people at random, then fleeing to nearby Trenton, had his preliminary hearing today and was held on all charges. It went on, though, without Andre Gordon Jr. physically showing up. R. Kelly Rule has the latest from court.
The defense asked for a continuance today after Andre Gordon Jr. refused to leave his cell and come to court, arguing they had competency concerns, but it still went on as scheduled. There was emotional testimony today, and for the first time, we heard the devastating 911 calls from 2 of the victims.
And I think collectively in our careers, I don't know that I've heard anything so emotional.
Heartbreaking 911 calls from inside 2 separate homes played in a Bucks County courtroom from the day prosecutors say 26-year-old Andre Gordon Jr. went on a murderous rampage. The first from 52-year-old Kera Gordon, Andre's stepmom, seen here on a GoFundMe page inside her home on Viewpoint Lane as she's hiding from Gordon with her 13-year-old daughter, Kera.
In the final moments of Kera Gordon's life, she knows that her daughter was fatally shot in her arms, and then she is taken moments later. I mean, that's just unimaginable.
They also played the call from 25-year-old Taylor Daniel, the mother of Gordon's 2 daughters. A county detective testified that Gordon drove a stolen car to her home on Edgewood Lane shortly after killing his stepmom and stepsister. Taylor told everyone to get in their rooms, her daughters hiding under the covers in a bed as she calls 911. She's fatally shot during that call.
And then you hear, the little voice saying "mommy" from Taylor's daughter. It's just heartbreaking. And I don't know what's worse, what you hear on the call or the dead silence thereafter. It's chilling.
A judge held Gordon on all charges, despite his defense team arguing a judge dismiss unlawful restraint charges. The prosecution also called Gordon's second carjacking victim to testify. He was allegedly approached by Gordon in a Dollar General lot after the murders before he fled to nearby Trenton, where he was eventually arrested. And Taylor's mother testified. She previously sat down with Fox 29. She says she hit Gordon with an axe handle after her daughter was shot, and he struck back, hitting her with the barrel of the gun before leaving the home.
She was a hero in this case, trying to protect her daughter, but certainly protecting her son and her grandchildren. And I truly believe things could have been worse, which is hard to comprehend because this case is so heinous.
Testimony revealed today that Taylor was pursuing a PFA against Gordon. His team did not call any witnesses and did not have any comment after the hearing. The Bucks County DA says they are pursuing the death penalty in this case. Reporting in Doylestown, I'm Kelly Rule, Fox 29 News.
Once you try a
Okay, so I wanted to remind you of what happened in this case. It's a very heinous case where Mr. Gordon allegedly went to his family's home. He allegedly unalived his stepmother, his sister, his dad was injured. Then he went to his ex-girlfriend's house where he allegedly killed her, shot her in front of their two young children, ages 3 and 6 years old. So let's go over it all. And I just want to give you this update so you know why we're not getting any information on the case. It's because he's got to face this mental competency, and that takes time. Okay, so my article is coming from phillyburbs.com. It's titled "A Year Since His Deadly Crime Spree in Bucks County, Where Is Suspect Andre Gordon Jr." The article is dated March 13th, 2025, and it's by Joe Civiglia. Apologize if I pronounced it incorrectly. Um, it reads as follows. Nearly 1 year, in fact, I want to put a picture of him up while I'm talking about this so we can see this image of Mr. Gordon. Okay. Nearly 1 year after a former Bucks County man allegedly went on a deadly two-state crime spree, an hours-long manhunt that left 3 people dead and shut down lower Bucks communities for hours, the case against Andre Gordon Jr. remains at a standstill. Gordon, and he's only 27 years old, has not yet been formally arraigned in Bucks County Court on the long list of charges against him in Pennsylvania, including 3 counts of first-degree murder for his alleged 15-minute violent rampage that put most of Falls and part of Levington in lockdown for hours on March 16th, 2024. Bucks County prosecutor, I'm sorry, sometimes, let's see if I can pull it up again. It's freezing here. Sometimes it happens. Bucks County prosecutors allege Gordon, using a homemade, unregistered semi-automatic rifle, broke into his family's Vermilion Hills home around 8:30 a.m., killed his stepmother, Karen Gordon, aged 52, and his half-sister, Kera Gordon, 13, as other family members hid for their safety. Next, Gordon allegedly drove about 2 miles to the Elderberry section of Livingston, where Taylor Daniel, 25, his ex-girlfriend and the mother of his 2 children, lived. He broke down a door, entered the home, and shot Daniel in front of their children, who were 6 and 3 years old. He is also accused of the attempted murder of his father, Andre Sr., the assault of Daniel's mother, and carjacking a man at gunpoint in Morrisville. Gordon also faces additional charges in New Jersey, where his alleged crime spree started with an armed carjacking there and ended nearly 9 hours after he was caught, not from the Trenton home where he had barricaded himself, police said. The legal proceedings against Gordon, who faces the death penalty, have been on hold since last July, when he was first ordered into mental competency treatment days before his formal arraignment. Bucks County Common Pleas Judge Raymond McHugh last month ordered Gordon to continue treatment in the hospital another 90 days in an effort to restore him to mental competency for trial. Once the order expires, Gordon could be evaluated to see if he remains incompetent for trial. When a defendant is not substantially able to understand the nature of the proceedings against him or her, or to participate and assist in his or her defense, the court can find the person incompetent under the Mental Health Act. When that happens, court proceedings are halted indefinitely until a defendant, if ever, is deemed mentally competent. Gordon remains in custody at a psychiatric hospital. Gordon is charged separately with 8 felonies, including aggravated assault and disarming a law enforcement officer, and 8 related misdemeanor and summary offenses for alleged violent behavior at the Bucks County Jail before he was involuntarily hospitalized. So I'm going to stop sharing that picture of Mr. Gordon, and I just want to highlight in the article some information that the prosecutor said. So let me share that video. It's pretty brief. It's just a minute long.
We were all anxiously awaiting him in Bucks County's custody, and we wanted to make sure to argue that bail not be set given the extent of his crimes. And obviously, we are so pleased that Judge Galloway determined that he is in fact not entitled to bail. We have spoken consistently with the family, and they're just simply remarkable people. I mean, what they have endured, and it's unimaginable, but we've spoken consistently with them as a team and individually as well. I think that they're anxious to get the process on its way. Preliminarily, we have to make a decision to certify a case, and we've made that decision based on a number of factors. First and foremost, statutorily, there's certain factors that have to exist, and in this case, multiple killings and grave risk to others are the 2 main factors. Then, we have an opportunity to speak to the family to get their position. And, time will tell ultimately how this case unfolds, but we have to certify the case before formal arraignment. So we wanted to make sure he was on notice that is our intention at this juncture. These facts are horrific. My heart goes out to the family members. It's just unimaginable.
Let's be bold.
Okay. So I wanted to share that information with you. That's why we're not getting any updates on the Andre Gordon case. He's still under the judge's orders to be checked for his mental competence. What I feel is really unfortunate, we have a loss of lives, family members, your children's mother, and his life essentially is over. He won't be able to add any value to society, to his family, to his children, to even see them develop and grow up. And he's taken the life of his children's mother. They are so young. The life of his father's wife, his sister, his half sister, in such a violent act. I really, really feel that his outburst, his anger is really at himself. He did not know how to manage his struggles, his challenges, and he acted out in a violent manner. And you always have to be thinking, you have to take the time to process whatever you're doing and make a positive effort in the world. If things weren't working out with his kid's mother, they could co-parent, they could share custody. He could have time to still see them, see his daughters grow up. Even in the aspect of family, why would you go and kill all your family members, try to kill them all allegedly? your half sister being only 13 years old, taking her life, and now you have to spend the rest of your life recounting these acts of violence, what you did, how you harmed them, how you took their life, how you attacked all of these people that you personally know and at one point you loved, you cared about, because you're not where you want to be. You're not happy. You're not in a position to help yourself. And it's very hard out here. You have to work hard. You have to commit to do the right thing. And it's about sacrifice. It's about meeting every challenge day by day. And some people, they're not equipped to do it. They're not going to do it. They're going to act out in this angry, violent manner, commit heinous crimes against others. These are now victims. All of these people, they're gone now. And he is responsible and he has to be held accountable. And I agree with the death penalty in this case. Such a heinous act to kill your children's mother in front of your small, just 3 and 6-year-old daughters. So please let me know what you think about this case. I want you to remember to please stay safe, stay smart, and stay savvy. Be well, all my friends. Have a beautiful afternoon. Bye, everybody.